Have you ever looked at your bank account and just felt like there's a leak somewhere? I mean, you work hard, you get that paycheck, but somehow the money just vanishes. Well, today we're going to go on a little hunt. We're going to uncover 5 silent enemies that are secretly draining your wealth.
Does this whole scenario sound a little too familiar? You know, you put in all the hours, the money hits your account, and for a day or two, you feel pretty good. But then by the end of the month, you're just scratching your head, wondering, seriously, where did it all go? Trust me, you are not alone. And the reason why might not be what you think at all.
So what's the first silent enemy on our list? It's not some surprise bill or a huge emergency. Nope. It's a habit that feels completely, totally normal in our modern world. That constant, nagging feeling that you need to upgrade.
Just think about your phone for a second. It works perfectly fine, right? It makes calls, it texts, the apps work. But then the new one gets announced. It's got a slightly better camera, a cool new color, and all of a sudden, that amazing little supercomputer in your pocket feels, well, old, obsolete. And that's not an accident, you know? It's a whole cycle of marketing and social pressure designed to make you feel like you need the latest and greatest thing.
And that upgrade? Oh, it comes with a pretty hefty price tag. But that $1,000 isn't just the cost of a phone. Let's be real, that's a huge step toward building an emergency fund. It's a fantastic start on an investment. It could be a major payment toward getting out of debt. See, it's a choice, and this first enemy is an expert at convincing us to choose the shiny new object every single time.
Okay, let's move on to our next enemy. This one shifts from those big, occasional purchases to the small, daily ones. This one is all about convenience, and man, is it dangerously easy to fall for.
Picture this. It's been a long day at work, you're tired, you're drained, and the absolute last thing you want to do is cook. So you grab your phone, tap an app a few times, and boom, food's on the way. It feels so easy, maybe even cheap in that moment. But that convenience, it's a trap, and it's slowly draining your finances one delivery at a time.
And just look at how fast this stuff adds up. A $15 order doesn't really feel like a big deal, right? But do that just a few times a week, and suddenly you're looking at $75 gone. By the end of the month, we're talking over $300, money that just vanished into thin air, all for the sake of a little convenience.
Now, our third enemy is a little more subtle. This one isn't about function or even convenience. It's all about perception. I like to call it the impression tax. You know, the money you spend just to look a certain way to other people. This slide just nails the core of the problem. Over on the left, you've got everything that makes you look rich. The flashy car, the designer bag, the brand name sneakers. But real wealth, the kind that actually gives you freedom and security, that's over on the right. It's having assets, having money that's out there working for you. And the great irony here is that spending all your money to look rich is probably the surest way to prevent yourself from ever actually being rich.
Okay, time for our final 2 enemies. These two are kind of related, actually, because they both prey on this flawed logic that makes you feel like you're being smart with your money when in reality, you're sabotaging yourself.
First up is the classic sale trap. Our brains are literally hardwired to love a good deal. That big red 50% off sign feels like a win. But just think about it for a second. Spending $50 on something you didn't really need isn't saving $50. It's just losing $50. And the second trap? It's the allure of easy money. Lottery, sports betting, those get-rich-quick schemes, they're all built on one single truth. The odds are massively stacked against you. They're selling you a dream while taking real money right out of your pocket.
So, we've gone through all 5 enemies. From the latest phone to those tempting sale traps, they all point to one single, powerful, and maybe a slightly uncomfortable truth about money. Just let that sink in for a minute. That's it. That's the core message. It isn't always about needing a massive raise or a totally different job. The power to really change your financial future, it's right there in the small, daily decisions you make with the money you already have. So if that's the problem, then what in the world is the solution? How do we actually fight back against these silent enemies? Well, it's actually much, much simpler than you might think. It doesn't start with some complicated budget or a scary spreadsheet. It all starts right here, with pure, simple awareness. Here's the challenge. For just 1 week, do nothing but pay attention. Just look at your bank statement. See where every single dollar is going, without any judgment. That simple act of just noticing is the most powerful first step you can possibly take to get back in control. So, as we wrap this up, I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about. After hearing about these 5 common ways our wealth gets drained, which one really hit home for you? Was it the constant upgrades, the daily food deliveries, the sale items you don't need? Just identifying your own silent enemy, that's the beginning of defeating it. Thanks for tuning in.